Hello everybody and welcome back to PokeStray. I am Jordan Bamford and today we're taking a break from our Road to Cities. We're going to take a look at some Breakpoint cards which I haven't done yet on the channel. They've been out for a while, I just haven't been bothered to really play any because I've been doing this Road to Cities series, and clearly I was talking about the Adelaide cities coming up, and for that event Breakpoint will not be legal, so I just kind of put it off to the side and I worried about it when it comes back in, when the set is officially legal. But I thought I'd take a break of that and have a look at Garchomp. Now, ever since this card was scanned, me and Hunter of PokeStray both agreed that this card was insanely strong. The first attack Turbo Assault for one fighting allows you to detach an energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So this can mean any energy card, so you can put strong energies, double colors, anything, so you can really use this as a strong energy accelerator in like a Maxis deck. This isn't this particular build. I do want to try a Garchomp Maxis deck, but I'm not sure how great it really is in standard. This thing's got a free retreat cost, which is pretty good. It's got 130 HP. I would like it if it had a bit more, like the Gallade. That's what I was looking for. It's also got the attack Bite Off for 2 fighting energies. It does 80 damage, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is an EX, it does 80 more damage, which is 160. And obviously, as you know, fighting types have a lot of support to help get this thing to one-shot EX Pokemon like they're nothing. So this Garchomp is a really powerful card. However, there isn't really a defined build for this deck yet. I'll show you basically what I'm running in just a moment, the full deck. But I thought I would try and take Gallade Octillery and see if Garchomp Octillery kind of had the same synergy as that did. I don't know if this is my preferred list, but this is the list I've got for now. I'll probably tweak it as I go, but it's a bit more difficult to build in my opinion, just because with Gallade you didn't really need to hit for one shots, whereas this thing you kind of are trying to one shot a Pokemon every single turn. So we do have 3 Garchomp, we got a 4-2-3, just because Vileplume's a thing. If you do run up against Vileplume, it's probably going to be Vileplume Vespiquen, and if that's the case, you got the weakness, you just lose. So we do have that, just in case. We then also have 2 Hawlucha. Free retreat cost on this thing's great. I love having free retreat cost on Hawlucha. You can chuck a Focus Sash on this thing and throw it up in your active position when you really need it. So it does, for 1 fighting, 60 damage. It is affected by weakness or resistance. Weakness to lightning, resistance to fighting, which is okay. 70 HP basic. I really do enjoy this. It's probably a staple in almost every single fighting deck. Just having the free retreat. Even though Garchomp's got free retreat, this can sit up for a couple of turns at the active position. It can do a decent amount of damage with 2 shots, a lot of EX Pokemon. If you've got strong in a fighting stadium down or something like that. So I really like having Hawlucha, so we got 2 in there, and then we have a 2-2 Octillery line. This is just a drawing engine. I prefer this to Shaman, just because the thing with Shaman is it's so quick that you will probably, if you play the Shaman line, you're probably going to wind up having to discard a lot of rare candies and stuff, whereas this build's a bit slower. We're looking for turn 2 Garchomp. So I'm just going to try it with Octillery first, just because Gallade Octillery has so much good synergy. So we're going to try Gallade Octillery Garchomp. We'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. We then also play 1 Level Ball. I think in my Gallade deck I played 4 Level Ball and 1 Ultra Ball. This time it's switched 4 Ultra Ball, 1 Level Ball. That's simply just because with Gallade you needed to kind of play that supporter, you could Karina for it. These decks are completely different, but I prefer having Ultra Ball in this build. I don't really know what it is. I think I just like the discarding energies to Turbo Assault them back. That's the kind of thing I was going for. I was going to try and fit a Battle Compressor in, but I just thought if I run 4 Ultra Balls instead, that would probably be good enough. Then have 4 Rare Candies just so we can almost guarantee second turn Garchomp, 1 Sacred Ash just to shuffle things back in, 1 Super Rod as well, just because there might be circumstances where you have discarded too many energies and you can't get them back, 1 Target Whistle just for the Shaman knockouts, like Target Whistle, Lysander knockout. It's a pretty good combo if you can pull it off. 3 Trainer's Mail, and just to quickly draw through our deck. It helps the deck a lot. 4 Ultra Ball, as I said, 4 VS Seeker, and just to get back our supporters. We've got 1 Scheme, 1 Judge, and 1 Karina. The 1 Karina is a little thing, the only thing I'm a bit iffy on. I really want to up this, maybe to even up to 3, just so you could like Karina Rare Candy Garchomp. But the only problem I see with Garchomp in comparison to Gallade is Gallade's got the ability Premonition to look at the top 5, and then you can Abyssal Hand to draw whatever you need. Garchomp doesn't have that, so Abyssal Hand's kind of just drawing off the blanks. So I don't know. I just kind of like having only one Karina. This deck needs 4 Sycamore, which Gallade Octillery doesn't typically play. And we also have 2 Lysander, just to get the easy knockouts. 3 Fighting Stadium just to add damage. 3 Focus Sash, purely because I accidentally took out a Muscle Band. I don't know when I did that. 3 Focus Sash, just so we can have things survive a bit longer. 2 Muscle Bands, just in case they're playing things like Megas, like, I don't really, Mega Mewtwo's a big one, just helps us easily knock that thing out. We got 4 Strong Energies, as I said. Chuck a Strong Energy on this, starts doing a lot of damage. You can also discard these for later in the game when you want to Turbo Assault them back on. So it's got a great ability to get them back, and then just 5 basic fighting. So yeah, as I said, this isn't like a defined list, but this is just something I wanted to give it a test run, and we'll see how it goes. We'll have a couple of games with it, and I'll see you for those. Alright, here we go. Garchomp Octillery. I apologize if I do say Gallade Octillery. Kinda used to saying that, not used to saying the Garchomp Octillery, so hopefully I won't screw it up too much. I saw my opponent playing grass, which immediately worries me. I also saw water, so I really hope it's not Vespiquen Evolutions, just because it's almost an auto loss to me. They got the grass sleeve, so I'm assuming we're going against the grass deck, which isn't very good. And we're going to start Lone Remoraid. So my opponent did Mulligan, so at least we're going to be able to see what they're playing. So there's a Grass Energy, Team Flares, Double Colors, not too much to give away there. I have a feeling it's Vespiquen. Either way, this is not an easy matchup for me. And my hand at the moment is not very good, just because the only thing I can do is Sycamore, and I'm gonna lose this. But I really want to top deck Karina to start, either off my Mulligan or off my draw. I suppose we'll find out what my opponent's playing now. They're gonna choose their active Pokemon. I'll draw for the Mulligan. VS Seeker, that's not very good. Okay, so we're gonna see Malamar. So is this Mega Skeptile Malamar? Honestly, I just have to dump this hand, and that's a real shame. Because even if I wait next turn to just get the Octillery, there's no real point, because then I'm only just going to be drawing 5, which I can't because my hand's going to be too full. So I'm just going to dump that hand with the Sycamore, hopefully get some more things going. We're going to see a Gibble. Oh, well, I didn't even get the energy. Okay, this isn't incredibly bad, just because this thing's got a weakness to Fighting Energy. So if I can get a Rare Candy, we can put Fighting Stadium, Strong Energy, Muscle Band, and knock this thing out next turn. So we're gonna get put to sleep. That's if I can find a way to switch, which I don't actually play any switching cards. That's probably my bad on that. I probably should have taken switching cards in, but I was just looking at my list and I'm like, oh, you know what? Garchomp and Hawlucha have got free retreat costs. I'm never gonna need it. But obviously I do. Okay, so we do top deck the Red Candy, so this is actually quite nice. We're gonna have a couple of things to do. Unfortunately, as I said, we're gonna have to wait to get this thing going. I can't play the Tiger Whistle. I can put this down. I may as well Whistle Hand for 2. If I draw a Strong, I'll go to Garchomp. If I draw no, I don't really want to get rid of those 2. I do have a Sacred Ash left in deck though. And I really need to get an energy drop this turn just to try and slowly get this thing out of the active. Although I might just attach the Strong to the bench to Garchomp. I'm just going to put all these down. There's really no point in keeping them in hand. We will put the Strong Energy down. I will Trainer's Mail in hopes for... no. I was really hoping for a... what's it called? Sacred Ash. We're probably going to get knocked out next turn, so we're just going to pass. I definitely should probably put in just one switch in here. Just thinking about it now, I honestly didn't expect me to get stuck with an Octillery. I was hoping that that would never be the circumstances, but I should probably just put one in just in case. So if my opponent doesn't get anything, they will probably get the Dark Energy, put me to sleep, and then probably go for the knockout. If they do that, however, I'm just going to promote Garchomp and win, unless they get a bench Pokemon down. So I'm going to choose a Dark and a Water Energy. So really not too sure what my opponent is playing. They're going to put the Dark Energy down, put us to sleep. Are they going to go for the Maximar? If they do that, we win. If they knock us out, which they're not going to knock us out, they're only going to hit us for 60 damage, or 70 damage, sorry. And they're going to flip heads, because they got the Fighting Fury Belt. So actually, I miscalculated, because I didn't realize, take into account that they had Fighting Fury Belt. Would we have a Level Ball if I've got a Gabite left in deck? I do not. I may as well take another Gible just for when I get the Sacred Ash. We can play this down. We can Abyssal Hand to draw 3. I really want to get the Sacred Ash. We can put the Focus Sash down on here. Maybe we should go into one of these. I don't want to judge. I don't want to. I'm just gonna go for. I don't think I've got a Garchomp left in deck either, do I? There's one Garchomp. I could go for Garchomp. I think I might just VS Seeker for Sycamore. I'm not really liking my hand at this point, though my opponent hasn't got anything much better. If they knock out Octillery next turn, hopefully if I can get Strong Energy, I'll be able to get the knockout. We'll see how we go. We don't get the Strong Energy, we're just going to put a Focus Sash down on this thing, and pass turn. We got 15 cards left in deck, so next turn, if this thing goes down and my opponent doesn't get a bench, we can look at a next turn knockout. We just have to see where it goes. Alright. So if my opponent doesn't get a bench, we will be able to, if I can get a Fighting Energy or a Strong Energy, I will be able to use Bite Off. That's the attack name. They're going to see an Ultra Ball though. That worries me a bit. I've got 15 cards left in deck. Depending on what they take, we may be okay. If they do take the Combi, they've got no Pokemon in the discard. I don't think this is Vespiquen. I feel like this is probably a Mega Sceptile deck. There's a Spinneract, okay. Or it could quite possibly be a Darkrai off Breakpoint deck, but I don't think so. There's just something telling me that it's not. Spinneract is going to go down. And my opponent hasn't played a support role game, so either they're dead drawing or they just don't have a supporter, a good supporter in hand, or something's going on. We're going to see a Grass go down on here, and then we're going to see a Maximar. If my opponent flips all tails, I will actually be frustrated because Octillery's staying in the active position, which I do not like. So I'm just going to put a Fighting Energy down onto a benched Gible just to wait a couple of turns. I'm just going to pass turn. There's no point in me using Sycamore at this point, just because I would be in not a better. I wouldn't be in any better position if I did that. So my opponent can poison us. So got 210 HP. I'm hitting for. Yeah, okay. So I can't use 20, 40. I'm doing 60, 40, 120. I actually can use Turbo Assault, which will be good, because then I can recycle some energy back on. Alright, so we're definitely going to get this Octillery knocked out this turn. That's okay. Honestly, Octillery was just kind of wasting my time sitting up there. We'll go into the Garchomp. Okay, so now I've got a couple of things I can do. I just really want to try and draw into a another Strong maybe. I'm not really too sure. Okay, so we do have that. I don't have a Rare Candy in hand though, so I'm just going to I just wanted to kind of check. I was meant to check my deck. That's okay. I'll just play the game, whatever. So we get the Strong. Now I just want to make sure, what are we doing here? So do 60, 80, 100, 120. I do get the Sacred Ash, which is good. I can recycle a Garchomp for sure. Maybe a Gabite, and we'll just go with this. Yeah, that seems alright. Now I could, just debating where to put this. I want to try and get an Ultra Ball off. these trainers out. There's the Ultra Ball. Okay, so I got the Lysander, which I probably keep. So Ultra Ball away at trainers mainly to Karina. And we can take another Garchomp just for the next turn. Have another one set up. So now at this point, I think we should be okay. Now that we got this other Garchomp set up at the back here, I just was a bit worried that something's going to happen and this isn't going to be a knockout. I'll put this onto here, sure, and then I will Turbo Assault for, yeah, 2-4, thank god. I thought there was something was going to be wrong there, and it just wasn't going to do the damage. We'll put the Strong Energy on this. Honestly, it doesn't need to go into this at this point. And we're going to take 2 prize cards. I'm going to see a Fighting Energy and a Sycamore. Probably not going to play that Sycamore. We do have the Lysander in hand just in case they do bench an EX Pokemon that I can target for an easy knockout. Okay, at this point I think I should be doing pretty good. They're going to promote the Remoraid. They'll probably poison me, I'd guess. But I think I might have this one wrapped up. We're going to see a Team Flare Grunt. Okay. That's okay, because I can actually recycle this Strong maybe back onto this just in case. Actually, I could probably get to this other Gibble. Start getting that one powered up just in case I slowly do need the other Garchomp. I don't think we're going to be too bad. Alright. Fighting Fury Bell going down onto this, it doesn't matter, it does not affect it. Probably should have put it on the Remoraid, if anything. And we're going to get Poison Nest. It is only to basics that it can be, get the effect off of. Basic Pokemon. Okay. So you can attach it to stage 1, just gonna get the effect of the card, but that's alright. We will be able to bring this one up next turn and take it down. I think that'll be our best course of action. Okay. At this point, I think I should be okay. I don't think there's much my opponent can do right now that's going to really slow me down in any way. Alright. They have played the supporter, so they're probably either just going to use, if they've got the energy, maybe Iron Paw, but no, they're just past turn. Alright, so I'm just going to go fighting down on here. Lysander up this, and I can Turbo Assault for 80 with the Muscle Band, and put Strong Energy onto this other Gibble. So this is just really, once this is set up, I might actually change this deck in between games just because I don't think I really like Octillery in here, honestly. But this is just the power of this deck is just insane. Like, the energy acceleration that this gets once you've got the Garchomp going is crazy to me. You're going to see a Pokemon Fan Club. Okay. So now I'm going to get 2 more bench Pokemon, which is a bit of a shame, but it shouldn't matter too much. If I can get a VS Seeker for the Lysander, I can probably knock out an EX Pokemon. If they take one, got 2 VS Seekers, 3 VS Seeker, 3 VS Seeker there, 1, no, I think there's 2 Lysander in discard. Alright, so we should have 1 VS Seeker. I don't think it matters too much at this point. My opponent's not really going to have a chance to power anything up. We're going to see Eviltoll and Regice, which aren't Pokemon that really bother me too much. It's not like they're going to stop my EX from attacking, I don't have one. The only thing that is a bit annoying is getting rid of the tool cards, but it's nothing too special. Going to see a VS Seeker for Team Flare Grunt. And so they got the Team Flare Grunt for next turn, so maybe I'll hold off on playing this Strong Energy. Oh no, we get the fighting. So I might put the Strong down onto this one. My only reason for this is because this actually has a resistance to me, so I'm going to be hitting for 80, 100, 120. I'm going to hit for 140 with this, so so it's not even going to be a knockout, so I'll just Turbo Assault. Alright, at this point I'm not really liking my position as far as this Eviltoll goes. If we can top deck some, I don't even know because we can't even put a Muscle Band onto it. but I guess we'll find out what we can do. I can just turbo assault once and then next turn knock it out. Because, yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just turbo assault, put the fighting here. Alright, we should be pretty good from this point out. I don't think my opponent's really going to have a chance to set anything up. We're going to get red carded. That's a little annoying if we don't get any energies, which we don't. Okay, I can't play Sycamore, so I top tick the energy. Cool. They didn't have the energy to attack, so we can go Gibble here, and then we can just turbo assault, hitting for 40 damage. I was going to say 60, but then I remember tool cards don't have an effect, which also means focus sash won't have an effect, which doesn't matter because my opponent's not going to be in a position to knock me out. So next turn I can get the knockout. They're going to get rid of my fighting stadium to draw one card. Is that one card anything of use? So I've got to get 4. Oh, they're going to switch out. Okay, so now I can go into this thing, into this one, this thing. We can put a muscle band down here, play this down, can free retreat into this one, and then we can use Vital Collection here for 120 damage if I've done my math right. Yep, okay, we're going to be able to draw one prize card off that, and now all we've got to take care of is this pesky little evil toll up back here. But I do have the Giovanni scheme, it's already got some damage on it, so it's not going to last. Yep, my opponent concedes. Alright, so I'm going to have another game with this deck. It's a lot of fun to play, so we'll give it one more shot and see how we go. Okay, so I think I mentioned in the previous game, but I did want to change this deck up. So the few slight alterations is I have taken out the auxiliary line. I still didn't really find room that I'd like to cut anything in favour for like a switch. However, the only big retreat cost that we've got is like on this and Shaman, which is only 1 energy. I don't know what Gapite is, it's 1 as well. So there's honestly nothing too heavy that we're going to need to be stuck. I decided to try and go with 2 Shaman. I don't know how it's going to work. I think it's just going to help me a little bit more than being stuck in the active position. It's fast to draw, so we'll give it a whirl. Another thing I changed was cutting 1 Ultra Ball for 1 Level Ball, just because I felt like there was times in that game where I could have really used a Level Ball. I also wanted to go to 2 Karinas, just to give it a try, and we'll go to 3 Muscle Bands. I can't exactly remember what I dropped. I'm trying to think back, but I can't remember. So we're just going to give this one a whirl, see how this goes. This is all a learning experience, so I'll see you in the next game. So here we are for game 2 with a Gallade. I told you I'd say Gallade at one point with Garchomp. I saw my opponent was playing Lightning Pokemon. I didn't see the other type, so probably a Manectric of some sort. It's probably honestly Manectric Ho-Oh. If it is, it's going to be a pain, or yeah, you never really know though. So I guess we'll find out. My opponent's going to see that I'm playing Garchomp, so which is honestly a bit of a shame, just because it kind of gives them an edge if they start. If their hand was like Manectric and a Seismic Toad, and they're probably going to go with the Toad now that they know I'm playing Garchomp. Alright, we're going to mulligan again. And we get 2 Hawluchas, a Trainer's Mail, 2 VOCs, a Sycamore, a Fighting Energy. It's not the worst opening hand. I suppose I'm going to be able to get some stuff down, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to figure out what my opponent's playing. They're just choosing whether to draw from the mulligans, which you usually would draw. Okay. They're going to draw the 2, and they're going to flip over a Magnemite, which is... I don't know. I really don't know how I'm going to fare in this matchup. We're going to Trainer's Mail, hope for a Ultra Ball or a Level Ball. We get the Level Ball, which is nice. I really wanted to take the Judge there, but I just want to get this Gibble down, so I'm just going to have to take that. Should probably check. What else do we have in deck? How many Garchomps? 1 Garchomp, 1 Shaman, 2 Garchomps, 2 Shaman, 3 Garchomps. How many Strongs? 1 Strong, 2 strong, 3 strong, 4. Okay, so our deck doesn't look too bad. So we're going to grab the Gibble, play the Gibble down, put the fighting energy onto it. And I suppose I'll just play the Sycamore. Unfortunately, I wish I could have got that Judge. I just wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to get the first turn Gibble. So we'll evolve that one. We can Trainer's Mail, and we can take a... we'll take a Karina for next turn, I think. That doesn't sound like a bad move. And then we can Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of Lysander and the fighting energy. Now I'm hoping that maybe in the next couple of turns or something I can be able to bring that back. I'm going to try and keep Target Whistle for as long as I possibly can. We'll grab another Gibble with the Ultra Ball, and we can Shaman. Actually, you know what, I might hold off from playing Shaman this turn, just because it's a Lysander target. I don't really know what kind of variant of Magnezone my opponent's playing. I don't know if it's going to be like a Manetric build, maybe? I don't know. I don't really know what is in Magnezone decks. Usually it's Magnezone, Raikou, Pikachu, but there's a lot of strong electric Pokemon in the format that you really just don't know what you're going to run up against. You're going to see 2 Raikous in a Magnemite, so I assume this is just a typical Magnezone Raikou deck. So unfortunately I did have to get rid of my Lysander. We are going to be able to get a next turn Garchomp, that's a guarantee. They're going to bring up this Raikou. That might have been a silly move. I suppose we'll see how it plays off, because I'm going to be able to, we can level ball for starters, and we can take a Gabite and just slowly evolve this other Gibble that we've got. So we can go a Gibble there, and we're going to be able to Karina for Garchomp and the rare candy, just to almost ensure us getting the Nuckyas. So it's got this ability, so we are going to need, we got the Muscle Band on it, so we should be all good. We'll be hitting for 140, it's minus 20, yep, okay. And then we can Shaman for an extra 5 cards, and my opponent concedes. They just realised, well, this Garchomp's going to destroy me. I'll play another quick game, and hopefully my opponent won't concede on me, and hopefully we can get a good game out of it, so I'll see you for that one. And here we go for the third and final game. We see a fire deck. Interesting. Straight fire, because there's not even colours. Thinking over my head, straight fire. Maybe Quad Camerupt is like the only legitimate thing I can think of. I thought I was going to start Lone Shaman. Luckily we don't. We get the Hawlucha. And our hand's pretty decent. I can't remember if I was going first or second. We see Pyro. That's perfectly fine by me. We don't focus around stage 1s. Let's just hope it isn't some like insane build of Pyro where, I don't know, I get just completely locked out of doing anything. We'll draw the extra card from the mulligan. We get a Gibble. Oops, I accidentally opened a program at the bottom of my screen. And we'll put the Gibble down, and we're going to see an Entei start. Okay, so this is some kind of weird Entei Pyro. It's probably just a weird Fire Road deck. That's okay though. We get another Gibble, which is really nice. I was considering playing Judge, considering my opponent just played a Fire Energy and nothing else. I don't think it's too relevant. You know what, I'm just going to take another Gibble. We see 3 Garchomps, 1 Gabite. So I'll take the Gibble, and I'm also, as the item, I don't really know what I want to take. Probably an Ultra Ball. And now my reasoning for this is I can really lower my hand size down to play that Shaman. So we can put this here, we'll put a Muscle Band on this one, we can Ultra Ball, get rid of this Judge and the Secret Ash. Now I don't know if there's anything I really want to take, maybe just a Hawlucha, just as a backup bench sitter. Although, I don't know if it's really the best option to do this, just because my opponent probably isn't playing EXs. However, these things can act as a free retreater, and they're pretty decent. So we get the Fighting Energy, we got the Ultra Ball for the definite Garchomp next turn. So next turn we can hopefully start to they're probably going to Flame Screen next turn, reduce any damage down to them by 30. But we can almost guarantee that we're going to get a Garchomp, and hopefully from there we were able to get some more good stuff going. Do have the VS Seeker. Gonna see a hard charm come down as well as a muscle band, so they're gonna be hitting for 50 damage. Next time they're taking 50 less. Okay. So I actually am lucky enough to draw into the Garchomp. Okay, so I can get rid of, I can rare candy this. Then I can actually Ultra Ball and get rid of a Lysander and a Target Whistle. I don't think there was anything I could have targeted anyway. Alright, and we're just going to take a Gabite here, just so we can slowly try and evolve one of these Pokemon. My options are either VS Seeker for the Karina, and get another Garchomp, or I can just VS Seeker for Judge, which is a little disheartening just because my opponent really didn't get anything good off their Birch. They just played the items, and that was it. But we have to kind of draw some more cards. We're going to see some strong energies. This is okay. We can start to slowly power up another attacker. And I think what I want to do is, this is going to be hitting for 80 minus 50 is 30, so I can either get an extra 20 for 50, or I can just start to power up one of these guys on the back here. And we can retreat into the Garchomp, and we can just hit a Turbo Assault. Okay, it's going to be hitting for 30 damage. The only thing that scares me is this Heat Tackle. If they get the double colors, it's going to be able to knock me out just straight up. Then you're going to see a Delphox EX come down here, which is a bit interesting. Hard Charm going down, so they're burning, and we're going to see another Flame Screen taking 50 less damage next turn. Alright, so just trying to calculate the damage in my head. We'll be taking 80, 100, 21, 40 minus 50. Alright, so we are going to be able to get a knockout this turn. We'll get this, we'll go VS Seeker for Karina. And then we get Karina for Garchomp. And the VS Seeker for next turn. Just in case we, I don't have a VS Seeker for next turn. Maybe just a Focus Sash then. Actually, yeah, I'll just take the Focus Sash. That's not my preferred option, but we can put it onto this Hawlucha. Actually, yeah, we'll put it onto Hawlucha. We can evolve this one. Now let me just count. It does 80, 100, 120, 140. Minus 50 is 90. Oh, it's not going to be a knockout actually. What was I counting? So we'll just use a Turbo Assault this turn. I don't think it would have been a knockout. Doesn't matter. We'll just hit for 30. Leave this one in the active. Okay, so next turn I'll be able to use Bite Off for 140 minus 50 would have been 90. Yeah, so it still would have survived. We've had 120 HP. They're only going to hit me for 50, so this isn't even going to knock out my Garchomp. I can put another energy down onto this Gibble just to kind of get that one ready going. We can retreat into the Garchomp now, and we can use Bite Off for the KO. 90 damage, there we go. Now, if my opponent doesn't get anything, hypothetically we could look at knocking this thing out next turn with a Bite Off, which will be doing 220? Is that correct? Yeah, 220 damage to this Delphox. We're going to see a Psybeam. What does this do? Oh, I forgot to minus the 20. Alright, so that's actually quite frustrating that I am confused. I can VS Seeker for Judge and play it. I can VS Seeker for Karina. And I'll probably VS Seeker for Karina. Actually, I'll take the Judge. Even though I am giving my opponent a couple extra cards, my hand, if I got the Karina, wasn't very good. So we'll get the Judge going. We get the Scheme, we get the Trainer's Mail. Got a couple of options if we can draw something off this. Alright, so we're going to see a Fighting Stadium. I do have the Giovanni Scheme. We can play the Fighting Stadium down. There's not real much use for it. Actually, if I hit for 100, 120, no. Alright, so I'm just going to try for one Bite Off, and hopefully, no, we flip tails. Let me doing damage to ourselves. Yeah, hopefully my opponent does get the double colors and knock me out. If they do, we aren't out of it. We've still got options. We can Giovanni Scheme. I just really don't want to be stuck in Confusion State. I probably could actually play it safe and retreat into another one and just kind of bide time. And honestly, I think at this point I am threatening myself a knockout next turn, so I might just retreat into the Garchomp here. I can Giovanni Scheme now, and the reason I'm going to do this to draw 2 is because this is my last Garchomp in deck. I really want to try and avoid getting rid of it, and we do actually top deck something I can play, which is the and I'm just kind of thinking, where do I want to put this energy? Do I have any energy in my discard? I could put an energy in my discard pile with Scorched Earth, and I think I might do that. We're going to get Gibble in a Trainer's Mail. We can Trainer's Mail, looking for the rare candy, really digging for that. We don't see if we get Fighting Stadium just to do a bit of extra damage this turn. So now I don't get the energy attachment, which is a bit of a shame. But we can get the Fighting Stadium down, and we can still Turbo Assault for, what, 100 damage is it? 80 damage. Alright, and we can put that fighting energy down into this because we're going to Karina for the rare candy next turn, which will be all good. Alright, so next turn, I would have been 100. I keep forgetting that hard charm's down. Alright, so we're going to see Fire go down on the Houndoom, Scorched Earth going back down, and we're going to see another Psybeam just to confuse us. There you go, flip Tails. I'm actually going to try and keep this one out of the active position. We can put, how much is this doing? 80, 160, it'll be a knockout. So I'm actually going to put the Focus Sash down here, and then we're going to Karina for the rare candy. I'm not going to take any fighting Pokemon, we'll just take the rare candy. And then we can get the Garchomp down, and then we can bring up this Garchomp. It can be able to take a hit from anything, just in case they make a Houndoom or something like that. We can retreat this one, and we can go up into this one and just use Bite Off for 140 damage because the minus 20 from Hard Charm, and then we're going to be able to take 2 prize cards for VS Seeker and a Lysander, which is perfect, the cards I wanted, just in case they didn't put up this Houndoom. This is really what I want to target down. Molting Horns are just going to try and mill me out. That's not going to work here. I'm just gonna, it could be a Seeker for something. I don't know if there's anything I really need to be a Seeker for. We got, well, not this is a knockout. Actually, you know what, I might just keep this one on the safe side. I'll actually VS Seeker for a Giovanni Scheme and add the extra 20 damage that way. Yep, that sounds like an okay plan to me. Just because I want to kind of keep this thing, just in case something crazy comes down. We can use Bite Off though for the KO, just to play a bit on the safe side. I don't really want this one getting knocked out. It's my Super Saiyan one, so we're gonna just take our 2 prize cards with this other one. We do get another strong energy. My opponent doesn't get anything. We're just gonna be able to destroy with this Garchomp, and my opponent concedes. So Garchomp with Artillery the first game, and then with Shaman for 2. I actually really prefer the Shaman build to the Artillery build, and that's probably just because I started with Artillery first turn. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, head over to our Facebook page, give us a like there. If you enjoyed the deck, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below, and actually, if you wouldn't mind, give me some advice on this list. This is something that I really want to work, and I hope that it's going to be good when the set becomes legal. I really like Garchomp, and I really want it to be good, because I went out and bought a playset, so hopefully it's going to be a good card. I'm not positive on this list, however this one seemed to run quite okay, so if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, subscribe, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, bye.